Well, good morning. Today we talk with Kevin Blackwell, who is Assistant to the President for Church Relations at Samford University and also directs the Ministry Training Institute. Kevin, we're very familiar as Baptists in this state with the great contributions of Samford Extension through the decades. How is Ministry Training Institute different from the Samford Extension program?
Well, it is different, but I also want to just make sure we understand that there's some similarities as well, and that is what started in 1946 with Dr. Gilbert Guffin at First Baptist Church of Jasper still remains true, and the true heart of what we do is to make theological education and ministry training available and affordable for people who need it the most. The heart of what he started in 46 is still true today. After all these years. But what we did do was last year we brought standardization throughout the program. We have now standardized curriculum, syllabi that we're offering throughout the program. We have created the Biblical Studies Diploma, which is a 30-hour diploma. It's about a 2-year duration for a student to receive that, and we've expanded broadly throughout the Southeast. Let me give you an example. In Baton Rouge, Louisiana, there is a site there, and this past term they had 53 people enrolled on that one site. So God's doing a great thing through this. I think Dr. Guffin would be proud of what we are today.
Well, I'm sure he would. Can you tell us a little bit more about the new things you envision as Ministry Training Institute grows?
Absolutely. We're looking to continue expanding it and really just making the ministry training something that is not just one little segment, but rather expanded beyond what we've been doing it for years. For example, we now have online certificates. That's something new for Samford Extension, our Ministry Training Institute. This time last year we had 0 online certificates. This time next year, we'll have 4 online certificates. We're launching an online certificate in global missions, youth ministry, pastoral leadership, which we've already had for an entire year. It will start back up in January. And, of course, you know, ministry communications, which we're doing a partnership with you guys in. So it is different. We also are doing some workshops and seminars to really work with our State Board of Missions to help them to train pastors and church leaders where they might need us to help them and be a good partner with our state board.
Well, currently, what's the lead program that you have going?
The lead program? Mm-hmm. Well, right now, we've got obviously our Biblical Studies Diploma, which brings in the most enrollments right now. Mm-hmm.
How extensive is that right now?
Very extensive. Again, we have 20 sites throughout the Southeast where we offer that class. We've been able to partner with several of our Director of Missions, our associations throughout the state, and we've got them in churches. Let me give you another example of that. Grace Covenant Worship Center is a church that was just voted into the Bessemer Baptist Association. It's in the Winona area of Birmingham. Mm-hmm. We're partnering with Pastor Michael Frazier there, bringing his people through that diploma. He's got 32 people on average that's committed to receive that. And he was talking to me the other day, telling me what a blessing it's been to his church and the spiritual depth that it's brought to his church, his Sunday school teachers, has been amazing. Dr. Scott Guffin is teaching there for us, doing a phenomenal job.
Well, excellent. Now, you said you're going to be doing some new certificate programs. Let's touch on each of those. One was missions, wasn't it?
That's right. We saw an opportunity, really a need that is not just in our convention, but outside of our convention as well. For people who are going into the mission field, there is a need for greater training, particularly now with what the IMB's going through. We know, and I've been told, that they're going to be even doing some independent missionary stuff to where they're going to support the missionary, but they'll have to kind of find their own training in some ways. And so we want to fill that niche for them. There's a lot of independent missionary organizations out there that doesn't have a built-in educational component. And so the Certificate in Global Missions, which is a partnership with Beeson Divinity School Global Center, is there to give them a 1-year certificates. 4 courses. It takes them 1 year to get through. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable price, $6.99 for the whole certificate. Includes an Amazon tablet. So that's our mission certificate. We're real excited about that.
Okay. And you have the pastoral ministry certificate.
Yeah, our pastoral leadership certificate does also involve 4 classes. We're in our first year with that. It's been a great success. We've been averaging about 15 students per term, 15 to 20. And we are seeing some pastors that are taking that had no training prior to this, giving them an opportunity to sit under the teaching of a seasoned pastor with things like pastoral counseling, a hermeneutics class, which is desperately needed, intro to preaching, and church administration. So that's been a tremendous success.
One of the needs that most of our churches, or at least many of our churches have, is training in youth work. Tell us how you're addressing that need.
Absolutely. In talking with our state leaders and just traveling the state like I do, I do sense that there is a growing need for training youth ministers in our state. We, again, began this certificate in student ministry that involves 4 classes. The classes are intro to student ministry, discipleship and evangelism in student ministry, adolescent learning behaviors, teaching them how youth, teenagers learn. So important. So we see the need to do this. There's also some volunteer youth leaders out there that have absolutely no training at all. And you can only take your group as far as you've gone yourself. So we want to give them some depth in their education, some practical training. It's very practical, very practical. We're kicking this thing off on December the 3rd with a one-night workshop called Lead Teams, where we teach them how to assimilate their leadership, to do effective things for the ministry there, with Dr. Charles Boyd, with Student Ministry Essentials, who we're entering into the partnership with for this certificate. So we're very excited. I think it's going to really meet a need that we have right now in our state.
Now, this kickoff workshop is leading toward the certificate program. What about just doing workshops and such for youth workers and young people?
Yes. Well, we certainly have that one on the 3rd that's going to kick everything off, and we're looking for a big turnout for that. And that will be the first of many that we'll be doing throughout the year. Again, my goal is to really be a good partner with the Alabama Baptist Convention, to say to our state missionaries, we know that you have a shrinking workforce here, but we want to be a good partner to you to walk alongside, to fill some needs that you've got through our workshops and seminars that we'll be offering through the Ministry Training Institute through the year. And so we're very excited about that as well.
Are you working with campus ministry in any of this?
We are. We're starting something called pre-seminary training on our Baptist campus ministry sites throughout the state. We're already at Auburn and UAB.
Already underway.
Already underway. We're in our first semester with that. And here's the thing. There are many students in our BCMs throughout the state who have been called to ministry, who are planning to go to seminary when they leave. At the state school, obviously, they're not getting a lot of deep biblical training. They're getting a lot of math and science, which is very important. But we want to just introduce them to doctrine, to the ideology of theology. And so we're partnering with our Baptist State Board of Missions and our BCMs to offer them that. And the end result is going to be a certificate in Christian Studies, which is a 6-course certificate. And we're also partnering with a couple of our seminaries to get them some credits as going forward too.
Excellent.
So, yeah, good stuff.
Now, if a local church has any interest in starting a site,
Yes.
Can it be started in a local church, or do they have to go to somewhere else?
No, it can be. Those pastors need to give me a call. They can go to our website, samford.edu/go/MTI, or just Google us. You'll find us. And we need to talk. Some of our most successful sites are in churches. First Baptist Jasper, First Baptist Tuscaloosa, First Baptist Montgomery. All of those have sites, and they're doing phenomenally well. We think it's a good opportunity for the churches to help in their discipleship process with their members. So yes, I encourage the pastors to call me. We've got something good to accentuate the things that you're already doing in your church.
Kevin, thanks for joining us. Thanks for what you're doing for the churches, and thanks to Samford University. God bless.
Thank you.